We take note of yesterday's vote in Ticino, which we understand still requires approval by the federal government. The EU and Switzerland have been in intense talks for months now in order to find a solution on how to implement the Swiss popular vote on free movement in a way that respects obligations under the free movement agreement. Yesterday's vote will not make the already difficult talks any easier. Following President Juncker's visit to Zurich on 19th of September and his meeting with Swiss President Schneider-Ammann, the two sides agreed to continue looking for a solution acceptable to both sides and to meet again at the end of October. This will be the next step and certainly another opportunity to address yesterday's vote and its potential consequences. Comment? Sur le même sujet.
Exactement, Romain Clivat, Radio Suisse.
Yes, on the same subject, I have two follow-up questions. First of all, what are your red lines in terms of protecting the domestic workforce? We know that these exist in Belgium, for example, so we'd like to know what your red lines are. And secondly, if the text is to be applied as it stands, what measures would you envisage taking against Switzerland? Well, without wanting to enter into speculation on this subject, all I can do is to remind you that President Juncker has always made it clear that the four fundamental freedoms of the internal market are inseparable. In the Swiss context, what that means is that the free movement of persons is fundamental. Any solution we arrive at with the Swiss will require the Commission's agreement and the unanimous approval of all member states. We still have a long way to go. But since you're asking me the question today, following the vote in Ticino, that is what the Commission has to say.
Yes, center stage.
Can we switch from the Swiss to the Bosnian referendum? And your reaction on that one?
Okay, let's try that. Let's move.